Elephant, your website allows contributions in cryptocurrency. Do you favor increased use of crypto in monetary transactions? And what do you say to those who oppose cryptocurrencies because they can be used for illegal transactions?
Yeah, I'm all for any form of money that anybody wants to use. And ideally, I'd like to get government out of the money business, just like we used to have church and state were once together. We wouldn't be able to have this meeting without officials from the church hundreds of years ago. And we should get government out of the money business. We can separate money just like we separated church and state. We can separate money and state. Because government doesn't need to be in the money business. We don't need politicians to tell us what money is. Throughout human history, for thousands of years, people have figured it out, whether it's gold or silver or Bitcoin. And the fact is that our money right now is broken. Politicians broke it. They have unlimited money that they can print from thin air without accountability. And that is now competing against an asset like Bitcoin, which is limited in supply, limited to 21 million coins, cannot be printed from thin air. So the money is broken, and politicians broke it, and everybody should have the freedom to choose better money if they choose to. I chose Bitcoin. I recommend other people choose something else as well, because the dollar is a melting ice cube.
All right, Senator Morse.
And now I'll turn to my colleague, the chairman of the Housing and Insurance Subcommittee and the vice chairman of this committee, Mr. Davidson, for 1 minute.
Thank you, Chairman. The regulatory environment for the digital asset ecosystem has come to a critical inflection point. Because there are no clear rules of the road for centralized digital asset trading platforms that list non-security digital assets, American users, our constituents and consumers, are not adequately protected while participating in these markets. It is our job in Congress to craft appropriate fit-for-purpose legal framework for these assets and this space. It is our job, it is our duty, it is long overdue. We must establish clear rules for trading platforms that provide Americans with the necessary protections and ensure market integrity. However, these rules must provide the clear framework that is flexible enough to accommodate innovation. These rules must also preserve Americans' ability to self-custody their digital assets. Congress must do everything in its power to ensure that American citizens can access this transformational technology and have the right to possess their stake and ownership right, private property, in the technology. Preserving self-custody is a critical step in this effort. Because of this, I am working on reintroduction of the Keep Your Coins Act to protect Americans' ability to manage their own digital assets and to make permissionless peer-to-peer transactions. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to diving into these critical issues with our witnesses today.
Thank you.
We're entering a recession and financial instability, having to raise interest rates because the inflation is too high.
We do think the recession risks have gone up and probably been pulled forward. So it's not in our baseline that they cut rates this year, but it's certainly not outside the realms of the possible.
When you are overly data dependent, and the Fed is overly data dependent, when you're acting with tools that have impact over time, you can't react to every bit of data.
We get inconsistency and a trilemma. We cannot achieve price stability, maintain economic growth, and financial stability at the same time. So eventually we'll have an economic and financial crash.
The Fed needs to keep its eye on the inflation price. I think a policy mistake is in overreacting to the financial stress, and then in hindsight, finding that there wasn't actually that much stress there in the first place.
I don't think the Fed has crushed the economy. I think we're going to grow very slowly this year. I think that they have gone far in shoring up the banking system. Doesn't mean there's not more to do there. Corporate balance sheets are pretty healthy as well. So there's a good deal of cushion in.
Cryptocurrencies and blockchains are giving people more control of their money, their data, their intellectual property, and their assets. This change, it should not be feared. It should be embraced because it embodies our American values of freedom, independence,